Now to the devastation in Hawaii. Maui County filed a lawsuit against Hawaiian Electric over the deadly wildfire disaster in Lahaina. As
ABC's Mola Lengi reports, it claims that the company failed to turn off the equipment that they knew could spark in high winds before those fires even started.
Overnight, Maui County filing a lawsuit against energy firm Hawaiian Electric, which provides electricity to 95% of the state. The lawsuit accusing the electric company of failing to turn off electric equipment before the deadly wildfires began, and that the company knew the high winds would topple power poles, knock down power lines, and ignite vegetation. According to the suit, the widespread devastating destruction could have been avoided if the electricity to the power lines had been cut during the high winds and dry conditions that preceded the inferno.
Tree fell over, hit the power lines, and that's what started the fire.
In a press conference a week after the fire, an electric company rep said that unlike California, Hawaii does not have a shutoff program, saying they are controversial and not universally accepted. The lawsuit states that Hawaiian Electric was also derelict in their duty to properly maintain and repair its power lines, as well as keep vegetation trimmed to prevent contact with overhead lines and other electrical equipment. I spoke with firefighters who recalled the intensity.
I pulled, some of our biggest line off the truck to, secure a water supply, and one of the large gusts was able to take the line and me and knock me into a tree. And I'm a fairly big guy, pretty decently strong, I'd hope, and it took me off my feet.
This morning, the County of Maui also releasing a list of the names of the 388 individuals still unaccounted for.
Well, a spokesperson for Hawaiian Electric saying at this point, the cause of the fire has not yet been determined and that the company will work with state and county officials as they conduct their review. Mola Lengi, ABC News, Maui.
One way to beat the heat is to duck indoors, so why not catch a movie? And now you can do that a little bit cheaper while you're at it. How to score discounted tickets this weekend.
And new today at 5, a technique gaining popularity in how green crops like lettuce are produced may help reduce the risk of getting sick from dangerous bacteria, making salads safer to eat. Today at 5 after entertainment tonight.
San Antonio will soon be playing a role in the war in Ukraine. The Air Force pilots from Ukraine and their maintenance crews are going to start training on F-16 jets here in San Antonio in October. A Pentagon spokesperson says that there are just too many Ukrainians being trained in Europe. They've run out of space, so the U.S. will provide that training here as well. The Ukrainians are first going to undergo English language classes, and that's going to happen in September at JBSA Lackland. The jet's instrumentation and manuals are all in English. And then they're going to actually learn how to fly and maintain these jets in Tucson, Arizona. It's unclear how long that program's going to last.
The Food and Drug Administration is expected to give its nod to the updated COVID vaccines in just a few weeks. Then an advisory committee with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will make their recommendation. After the CDC director signs off, the vaccines can be administered. Biden administration officials say these shots have been tweaked to fight the current crop of circulating variants. Right now, the U.S. is seeing an uptick in COVID-19 cases.
The drug maker of the diabetes and weight loss drug Wegovy is now saying it also helps patients with a common type of heart failure. The company's study found that patients who took the drug weekly improved 17 points out of 100 on a scale used to assess their symptoms. They all had heart failure with preserved ejection fraction, where the heart pumps normally, but it's too stiff to fill properly. The study's author says that Wegovy helped with shortness of breath, fatigue, the trouble exerting themselves, and the trouble they have with swelling. Until just recently, the main treatment for people with this illness were diuretics. The study was published Friday in the New England Journal of Medicine.
U.S. shoppers are becoming a bit more cautious with their spending. The latest consumer sentiment numbers from the University of Michigan were slightly lower at 69.5 in August compared to July. That's in line with economists what they were expecting. Consumer sentiment had been higher the past 3 months, but it seems those gains have leveled out. Inflation remains a concern, although much less than last summer when prices hit decades-high levels. The twice-a-month CPI numbers are a leading gauge of consumers' attitudes about the economy.
I am seeing bad news on the horizon. If you look at the corner of your screen, it's already 97 degrees. There's a possibility, Justin, we may hit 100 degrees before the end of the show.
We had that happen last week, remember?
Yes.
It's possible. We're going to get awful close. It's almost a certainty. It is a certainty that we will be in the 100s today, tomorrow, and again on Sunday. But we're hoping for some relief by the time we get into Monday, maybe a week front. That would be great. Hey, I want to take you back a little bit to 2017. On this day in 2017, Hurricane Harvey made landfall. We all remember this. There was a wind gust measured near Rockport of 145 miles per hour. And you can see some of the damage there along the Texas coast. And then after that, we also remember what happened. Remember Harvey stayed in place and then moved over Houston and dumped just extraordinary amounts of rain. So this was back in 2017, 6 years ago. Hurricane Harvey made landfall on this day. KSAT 12-hour forecast, 103 at 4 o'clock, 103 at 5 o'clock. There is the potential for a stray storm, about a 20% shot today, and I'd say that's between 4 and roughly 8 p.m. If you're going to be out and about, know that that chance is there, but it's low, very low end, and we'll take away those rain chances as we get into tonight. Which brings us to Friday night football. If you're going to some of these outdoor games tonight, it's going to be very, very hot. 99 degrees at kickoff. Sunset's not till 8:04, and even at halftime, it's going to be 93. And you may have to dodge one or two of those downpours with southeasterly winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Guys.
To that, Justin, not looking at breaking the record of triple digits before we get out of August, but you know. All right, the KSAT Picton Classic starts tonight, but ahead of the first game, we're getting to peek behind the curtain, so to speak. Two coaches letting loose and showing a different side of their personalities. An interview still ahead.
The hottest ticket in town might be inside the Alamo Dome or a chilly movie theater. Even better, you can enjoy the latest blockbusters at prices that won't break the bank, where you can nab those $4 tickets. $4.
All right, have you seen Barbie?
Of course.
Oppenheimer?
Yes.
I need to check out both.
You got to do it.
I need to check out
At
both.
least Oppenheimer.
And now we have a good day to do it. All right, movie buffs will have a chance to see this summer's blockbusters at a low price this weekend.
Many theaters are celebrating National Cinema Day. It's on Sunday, and they're offering $4 tickets. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis with which movies you can watch at that bargain price.
It's a movie deal that's sizzling hot.
It's what I live for.
This Sunday, August 27th, more than 3,000 movie theaters nationwide will celebrate National Cinema Day with $4 movie tickets.
That's impossible.
Not impossible.
The world will remember this day.
The Cinema Foundation offering this one-day-only event for the second year in a row.
When we brought National Cinema Day last year, it was a thank you for our movie fans. Everyone together in the Hollywood industry coming together to celebrate movie-going.
In 2022, National Cinema Day welcomed more than 8 million people, grossing more than $24 million. AMC telling GMA the $4 tickets will also include IMAX and Dolby Cinema. Regal says its premium formats like ScreenX, Pepsi 40X, IMAX, and more will also be, you guessed it, $4.
I think an event like this weekend's movie ticket deals will make it approachable to come back to theaters and remind consumers what it's really like watching a movie on the big screen.
I'm coming with you.
Sounds good, Ken. I'll see you there.
All right, a live look. I don't know if you guys caught that beginning part, but me and Justin are talking fantasy football.
Already.
Fantasy football. We're ready for the football season.
Okay, and here's why we're all ready for the football season, that temperature. Football means cooler temperatures, but not necessarily tonight.
Well, you know, we associate it with cooler temperatures, right? But even around here, we know that the first few games of the season are going to be hot. And that's just going to be the case today. Temperatures will be close to where we are right now this evening when those football games get underway. 97 right now. Record is 102, set back in 1924. That is in jeopardy today. We could break another record, and we're breaking records left and right this summer. There is some relief, I think, next week. Maybe some rain showers, maybe some thunderstorms. We'll talk about it when we come back.
We are also honored to have our Instagram star here on the set, here on the news at noon.
About to walk off the set.
If you might have missed it, but Justin screen grabbed it for us. We've got our Dancing in the Rain star right
Ursula's
here.
Not gonna let you miss it, apparently.
We were going to let this go, JP. I mean, honestly.
Come on, you got to see this.
Let's pull it up.
All right.
Backed by popular demand. JP, Dancing in the Rain on Tuesday. Hey, you got some moves there, buddy.
Gene Kelly has nothing on you.
You know, it's a good moment.
Yeah.
Everyone was excited.
And now, and he's gone viral.
The black and white does me justice. Leave it at that.
And all interested parties should send an email to KSAT12.com.
Okay.
More dancing.
I should stick to reporting and just being this whole journalist thing.
Well done, man. Well done. Hey, look.
He captured everybody's mood that day.
This is true. We were excited. He wasn't the only one dancing in the streets, I can promise you, with the way the rain was coming down. You know, one of the reasons we got rain was because of the tropics. Tropical Storm Harold, if you remember, made its way across the Gulf of Mexico into Texas and brought us the good downpours. Are we going to see any more tropical moisture? For us, no. But there are a couple of areas we need to watch. We've still got Franklin out here, which is a tropical storm. It's kind of ragged, but it's bringing some rain to the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. A couple other waves out in the Atlantic. We're not going to worry about these. There is one, though, here in the Caribbean that the Hurricane Center is keeping tabs on. Now, there's not a lot here. Starting to move north. This still looks rather disorganized. But the computer models want to organize this as it moves north. And some of the models want to take this into Florida, potentially as an organized system. So this will be something to watch for the west coast of Florida and the panhandle of Florida, I think, over the next several days. We'll certainly keep tabs on it, but I think it stays well east of Texas. So we're not going to get any benefits from it as far as moisture or anything like that. And as we look at the big picture, the reason for that, we've still got our big ridge of high pressure kind of sitting over us. You can see the rotation around this ridge, no rain underneath it, but you got the storms out on the periphery of it. And we're kind of on the edge here, so we could see a little disturbance roll through this afternoon, which could kick up those showers and storms. There's a chance for that. It's a very small chance, but our computer models continue to show the opportunity for some pop-up showers as we get towards 5 o'clock. A lot of this probably north of San Antonio, and you're not going to get a lot of rain out of this. If you do get underneath one of these downpours, it'll last for about 5 minutes or so and then move right along. But we do need to let you know that it's a possibility this evening. We're not seeing any of those clouds bubbling up right now. 96, heat index is already 101 with a very light wind, so it's steamy out there. Heat index, 104 in Boulevardy, 103 New Braunfels, 103 Canyon Lake, 100 is what it feels like right now at Stinson. So a lot of triple digits for that feels like number across our area. What do we have to look forward to? Well, our high pressure does start to move a little bit. It doesn't mean it won't be hot this weekend, because it will. But this opens the door for a weak frontal boundary to sneak in here, we think, sometime during the day on Monday, maybe even early on Monday. And when it does, that could kick up some showers and storms. We'll see that through the day Monday and into early Tuesday. It's not going to be an all-day rain event, but there will be some pop-up downpours here and there. Right now, our rain chances are still only 30%, which is not huge, but better than what we have been seeing. So that's going to be our next rain chance that we're going to be following. And again, that lingers over into Tuesday, probably south of San Antonio by the time we get into Tuesday afternoon. It does cool us down a little bit too. This is not a terribly strong front, but it will bring temperatures down some, especially with some clouds and maybe a little bit of rain around. Meantime, over the weekend, 102 Saturday, 104 Sunday. And if we do hit triple digits today, which we will, Saturday and Sunday, we will hold the record for the most triple digits in a year, beating out last year in 2009. Pretty impressive. That front cools us down ever so slightly. 97 Monday, 97 Tuesday, and then we may be back into the triple digits by the time we get into late next week, guys.
We're not just trying to break the record, huh? We're trying to shatter that.
I mean, pretty much. I didn't think anything could be worse than 2022, the summer of 2022, and then 2023 came along. So
just hope we even out after this.
Let's hope.
Thanks for that, Justin.
Yeah.
As their teams gear up for another exciting KSAT Pigskin Classic, a couple of coaches are taking a stroll down memory lane with us and sharing stories about their time in high school, what they had to say after the break.
We're just a few hours away from the second annual KSAT Pigskin Classic. It kicks off tonight. It's Antonian versus Holy Cross, and you can still get tickets. It's right now on KSAT.com. This is your QR code to find out how to score general admission tickets. And if you really want to have the full experience, you can grab the KSAT Insider VIP experience tickets. All the details are on KSAT.com. I'm going to be there tomorrow night in that KSAT Insider experience. There's also information reminding folks about what you can and cannot bring into the Alamo Dome. And while you're having a little fun enjoying high school football, why not support a good cause? Our KSAT community team is going to be collecting donations for the San Antonio Food Bank during all 4 of the KSAT Pigskin Classic games. Or, again, scan this QR code on your screen right now and just make a direct donation. Even $1 can provide 7 meals. And if you need some ideas about what to donate, here's what the food bank says it needs the most: cereal, beans, peanut butter, tuna, as well as baby food and diapers. You can take a closer look at the list on KSAT.com.
I'll be at the Pigskin Classic tomorrow as well. I'll be at Smoke Barbecue tonight for the tailgate, so come down and have a good time. But I want to let you in on a little secret. Everyone in broadcast news knows that the sports department gets to have the most fun. And who wouldn't love to cover sports for a career? But we don't always get to have 2 coaches on the show telling 2 different sides of themselves, like their history as high school students with each other. We have Brandeis head coach Charles Bruce, along with his longtime friend and former teammate David Molesky, who coaches O'Connor. They sat down with KSAT12 sports producer Daniel Villanueva to talk about their time in high school together.
He was one of the popular guys in his class, and I hope I was one of the popular guys in my class.
F-100 pickup truck.
What color was it?
Green.
Green. Dark green, light green?
It started off as a seafoam green, and then I painted it dark green.
Did you have a name for it?
And now it's my truck.
How about you? Do you remember what you called? What did you drive?
Check this out, 77 Chevy Monza. It was silver, yes.
Blue Bonnet Dance Hall was a big happening place because I was country music and wore boots and jeans and that kind of stuff. So that was always a big deal. And you had the typical parties and whatnot that we'd go to, and now if you went there, you're going to see probably everybody.
Now, I didn't typically do Blue Bonnet. There was another little spot, I can't remember the name of it right now.
Where?
It was more like, I don't want to say it wasn't Rock Wave. Pappy's, was there a Pappy's?
Oh yeah, no, I'm with Pappy's too.
Yep. Pappy's.
Pappy's in the parking lot of Blossom Stadium.
Yeah.
It's called the Hack Shack now.
I met my high school sweetheart.
Did you?
I did. I did. Yeah.
And you met her in high school, or?
Oh yeah, yeah. She went to Kirby. I went to Kitty Hawk. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice.
No? No, it was
football. Answering it or not?
No, it was football. I had a girlfriend every now and then, but I ended up marrying my wife. I didn't meet her until the end of my first year as a GA. I got through playing football in college.
Oh, mine is Remember the Titans.
Well, what jumped in my mind was Rocky.
Oh, I know why. Yeah, I know why. That was one of those things, the theme song was one of our songs that we heard walking into the locker room all the time, especially the bigger the game. It was Rocky. When we played Churchill, it was Winston Churchill speaking, like blaring all the time. You walk in, you're like, oh my God!
It was the theme to Patton, the movie Patton. It was that theme. That was, yep.
All right.
Stuff.
What's your favorite football movie?
I think it's Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
I remember going to the movie theaters to watch it the day before a game, and I didn't want to go to sleep. I was pumped. I was ready to go.
Of course, mine is, what is it? The All-American?
Okay.
The one that had Dennis Quaid in?
Okay.
He played the LSU quarterback.
Anything LSU we know you love. All right, before we go to the Pigskin Classic, we have to have a pep rally.
And SA Live is, man, they took the show on the road. They're live in the Alamo Dome on the field. Pretty cool, guys.
I'm telling you, we're on the 50-yard line, and yes, all ahead of the KSAT Pigskin Classic.
Yes, indeed. And I'll tell you one thing, the spirit is very high here because we've got the Holy Cross cheerleaders with us and the band back here. Woo! They are getting ready to raise the roof, not only today, but also tonight.
Yes, and also, we want to see your school spirit.
Yep, they've got spirit. How about you? Maybe some of those old pictures. Maybe you're pulling your letter jacket out of the closet from when you were in high school.
Black and white photos? Do you have
Something
black and white
like
photos?
We're going to go to that. You know, along with all the football teams and the cheerleaders, you can't forget about the bands.
Yes, we are previewing 7 bands that will be performing at the halftimes.
Yep, and you're going to see all of that. It is just going to be absolutely wonderful. Also, it's a very special day today because you get to meet one of the newest members of the KSAT family.
Yes, it has been a very exciting week for us at KSAT. We're going to reveal the newest member of the team with a pretty cool name.
I love the name, yeah.
There's a hint for you.
That and a whole lot more coming up on the Pep Rally here at the Dome. You're watching SA Live.